When you hear blockchain, you probably think of Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. But what if I told you it's so much more than that? In today's video, we'll break down the basics of blockchain and why it's changing the world beyond just digital coins. What is blockchain? At its core, blockchain is like a digital ledger, a fancy term for a record of transactions. Blockchain is decentralized. That means no one controls it. Now, what does decentralized mean? Instead of one central body in charge, blockchain spreads data across a network of computers called nodes, each holding a copy of the ledger. Think of it like a massive digital notebook. Everyone in the group has their own copy. When someone adds a new node, let's say a transaction, everyone else writes it down too. Everyone's notebook stays in sync. Why decentralization makes blockchain secure. But what if someone tries to cheat and changes something in their copy? Well, the system is designed to catch that. All the other copies in the network will reject the change because they don't match. It's like trying to sneak something into a group project, but everyone else already knows what's supposed to be there. And here's where it gets really interesting. Because the ledger is spread out, even if one or several computers go offline or are attacked, the others still have the full copy. It's like having backup notebooks. So the data remains secure and accurate. Ever wondered how transactions are recorded on the blockchain? Today, we'll break it down, block by block, literally. Stick around to learn how each transaction becomes part of an unbreakable digital chain. Let's start with the basics. Every time a transaction happens, whether it's sending cryptocurrency, signing a smart contract, or updating asset ownership, it gets recorded in something called a block. But what's inside this block? Now, think of this block as a train car and the blockchain as a digital train. Each car or block carries important info about what just happened, like who sent money to whom or what kind of contract was signed. First, the car holds all the important details of the transaction, the data. Then, it gets stamped with a timestamp, which shows exactly when it was added to the train. Next, the car gets its unique ID or hash, which is like a fingerprint for that specific block. No two blocks have the same hash. But here's the twist. Each new train car also carries the ID of the car before it. This is called the previous block's hash. It's what links all the blocks together, forming a continuous, secure train. So, why is this important? Because if anyone tries to mess with a block in the middle, it would break the entire train. Changing one block's data would mean changing every block after it, which in a large system is nearly impossible. Every new transaction adds a block, just like adding a new car to a train, and together, they form an unbreakable chain of records. That's why they call it blockchain. Why people are turning to blockchain? There are a few reasons that you need to know. In traditional systems like banks or governments, one central authority holds all the control. This creates risks, fraud, data manipulation, or even single points of failure. Blockchain flips this idea on its head by decentralizing control. Instead of one entity calling the shots, data is spread across a network. For example, in a blockchain network, people can transfer money or make agreements without relying on a middleman. That's why it gives you more control and fewer risks. Blockchain isn't just decentralized. It's also super secure. Using cryptography, blockchain makes it nearly impossible to alter or hack data once it's been recorded. This is especially useful for industries like finance and voting, where tamper-proof records are critical. And it's not just secure, it's transparent too. Everyone can see the transactions happening, ensuring total transparency. Normally, you have to trust banks, governments, or companies to handle your money and data. But what if you didn't need trust at all? Blockchain creates a trustless system. Transactions are verified by a network of computers, not by trusting someone in the middle. This means you can do business with strangers securely, no middleman needed. Here's where blockchain shines for your wallet. By cutting out intermediaries like banks or payment processors, blockchain can reduce costs significantly. For example, sending money overseas through blockchain can be cheaper and faster than traditional bank transfers. Tired of waiting days for bank transfers to go through? Blockchain enables near-instant transactions, even across borders. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum can transfer funds in minutes, not days. Whether it's paying someone across the world or executing a smart contract, blockchain speeds things up. In traditional systems, companies like banks or social media platforms often control your data. With blockchain, you hold the keys. Blockchain-based digital identities allow you to manage your own information and decide who can access it. Imagine having full control over your own digital identity. No need to rely on big companies to keep your data safe. Smart contracts are another game changer. These are self-executing contracts with terms written directly into code. Once the conditions are met, the contract automatically executes, no lawyers or banks required. This can speed up processes and cut costs, making things like property sales or business deals more efficient. Here's a powerful one: blockchain brings financial services to the unbanked. All you need is an internet connection, and you can use cryptocurrencies to send, receive, or store value. This opens up financial systems to millions of people around the world who don't have access to traditional banking. Blockchain isn't just about transactions. It sparked new innovations like decentralized finance, or DeFi, where people can lend, borrow, and earn interest without banks. Plus, NFTs allow ownership of unique digital assets like art, music, and collectibles. Blockchain is incredibly resilient. Because the network is spread across many computers, it's much harder to take down. Even if parts of the network go offline, the rest can keep running. This makes blockchain reliable for critical applications like financial transactions and supply chain management. So, next time you hear the word blockchain, remember, it's more than just crypto. It's a technology that's transforming how we store and share information.